finish off that rail fence over there. You know what? I'll tell them to fill this area over here as well. And we can actually build the rail fence all the way around. And I just remembered... Ah, dang it. I just remembered about the merchant. And it looks like the merchant is actually gone. It's not a total loss. The merchant might actually still be in the fort. He might just be getting something to drink or eat. I'll take a look here in just a moment after I set this up. Let's see where the edges are. So now we just set this up. Unfortunately, we still have to do this one by one. So, multiple clicks, very slow building process, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, let's take a look. We have Animal Handler, the Ambassador, our Blacksmith, our Miner. There's the Merchant. Awesome, so he's just sleeping. Well, that works out perfectly fine for me then. As long as he or she... I didn't actually check. Let's find out. It is a female. So, we will hopefully get her to go back to the market stall here in just a few moments. Once she wakes up. Because I gotta admit, it's probably a pretty long journey. What is it, 2 days journey? Which she needs to rest up because she's got to make another 2-day journey back. Which means that our friendly kingdom is actually closer than the enemy camp. Which, you know, it's always nice to keep your friends closer than your enemies, but there's that old saying, keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. Wonder if that means in a physical aspect. Oh, the merchant has moved back, so we'll go ahead and see what else we can add to the list. It looks like a good deal of, it looks like about 15 statuettes have been created. So that's nice. Let's go ahead and just add those to the queue. See exactly how many we can get. And if we have anything else, we can sell these shields and marble swords, but at one point in time I would like to start getting some of our gnomes trained in terms of military training, just because we will at some point get a military going. Go ahead and sell off 4 just to make this an even 400. And that means we can get at least 20 of the copper ore, which, you know, isn't bad. We might actually be able to set up a few. That's 10 copper bars. And the... Let's see. Do we want the weaponsmith or the armor? Probably the weaponsmith first. A copper anvil and a ball-peen hammer. Which the ball-peen hammer takes 1 bar, and the anvil takes 8. So we'll be able to get at least one of the shops set up. So I think we'll go ahead and tell them to create that, just so I do not forget, because when I see it, I'll know that we can create it. And the first thing I think we'll set up is the weaponsmith, which I'm not sure if I mentioned or not, but we'll be going over here in this area. So we'll just wait for that to be created. Got some people moving some stuff around. Some gnomes trying to build this last bit of this fence here. Yaks look like they're doing pretty well. Okay, we did set it up to where it only has 1 male. Let's go ahead and drop this down. I have 1 male and 7 females, 1 male and 9 females, and drop that down to 11. Alright, The only bad thing about creating a quote-unquote gate in this manner is when you lower the walls, it kind of loses the immersive nature of having an actual gatehouse. But it does prevent the enemy from getting to your yaks. They will have to bust down that door in order to get to your yaks. And I'm going to do the same thing here and here, just so that it gives our animals a bit of protection. It's not very much, I will admit, but it's better than nothing at all. It's better than just leaving it open, as I've seen most people actually do. But that's assuming that they actually get past the guard, which unfortunately right now it doesn't seem like we have anybody guarding. Let's see, it's 1900, yeah, at 2200. Or was that 10 o'clock? We'll actually have some more people show up. Let's see if we got any more statues that we can sell. Statuettes, rather. Alright, a few more statuettes, so we can get a few more copper ore out of that. Let's see, where would it be? Did I pass it? Oh no, it's down at the bottom. Alright, so that's 4. Go ahead and drop one of these off. They will take more than what the value is if you actually offer it, because if you notice it says your offer and the gnomes offer. So this basically is your minimum that you have to meet, and this is what you're actually going to give them. So be careful of that if you're not familiar with the way trade works in this game. And I just noticed that we need a bit of light in the blacksmith area. It's very odd, because you would assume that these hearths here would actually create a bit of light, but no such luck. Alright, let's see. We have 10 mattresses there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattresses there. So it looks like we're just waiting on one more mattress. And the question is do we have any more? We have enough straw, we have enough string, we have enough bolts of cloth. Okay, so is the tailor sleeping? Is that what's going on? Let's see. Yep, the Bingle Fifna is sleeping. Well, after creating 15 mattresses, I would probably be tired too, so I don't blame you. Got a bit of coal being created out of our excess supply of logs. We really need to get rid of that orange wood barrel. It's really going to bug me. Let's go ahead and trade that away. Oh, we have another statuette. I forgot about that one. Orange wood barrel. Orange wood barrel. The good thing about this game is, unlike in Dwarf Fortress, where you have to physically bring the items to the merchant when you trade, in this game it's basically if you've knocked it down, interacted with it in any way, it will allow you to sell it, which is pretty nice. I mean, it takes away a bit of the realism from the game in terms of, you know, I could just tell them to knock down all the trees on the map and suddenly I have 1,000 wood logs. So one of those things where you kind of got to pay attention and, you know, decide what works for you and what doesn't. If you're going strictly for just basically a build heavy game, then it's probably going to be pretty easy. All you gotta do is knock down everything, forage for everything, and it'll, you know, take care of itself for the most part. I'm gonna sell one piece of cotton just to round this deal off and get one more piece of copper ore out of it. Well, it wasn't a bad... I mean, what, you got... How much more copper do you have? You have 15 more pieces, but I do not see us getting that extra amount we would need, because that's what, 3, 3, how much is it? Why can't I do math? Math, it's a thing. Can't seem to do it for some reason. Oh, jeez. 350, something like that. Because 20 would be 400, and 10 would be 200, so 300. There we go. Somehow numbers work. Alright. Everything. We are still waiting for the copper bars to be built. Good grief. Alright, this is a 3 priority. This should be higher than that. I would like this to be a 2. And smelter can stay a 5. I don't really care about that. But the weaponsmith and the armorsmith, I'm going to set those as 1. That way the gnomes will actually do work at these stations if they can. If they can't, they'll do work at the blacksmith. If they can't do any work at the blacksmith, they'll go back to the forge. And we have our ball peen hammer all set up. Let's see, 11 mattresses now. And how many we got here? Oh, we can make all of our beds. Awesome. Alright, how many bed frames? We have a good number of bed frames. Holy crap. Alright, let's, we got just regular bed frames, so take these birch bed frames and these cotton mattresses. We're gonna tell them to cancel that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 14, 15, 16. There we go. Oh, and we're going to tell them to cancel maintaining 16 in stock. That way they don't constantly try and keep that many mattresses. And I think we need to set up the lights in here. I don't really care what kind of lights we have. Just as long as we have something. Do we want stand? No, I think it'd be better with wall torches. Alright. Probably better to have it on the entryway. That way they can walk in, light it. And if they don't want it, then just turn it off. Or, turn it off as they're walking out the door. Either way. Not turn it off, but douse the flame would be the proper verb there. Because, English, it's hard. But I think we're gonna cut it there, guys. In the next episode, we will start setting up the bedrooms for our gnomes. That way they can actually start sleeping somewhere other than just on a pile of straw. Bit of a trade-heavy episode here, but we did get the pastures mostly set up. We have a few more trees that we need to cut down, which is, okay. But as soon as these are all set up, our pastures will be officially good to go, and we can start focusing on trying to get some more wildlife in our kingdom. But from all of the gnomes here in Devil Dagger, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you in the next. Y'all have a great one.